Deputy Superintendent Dexter Brown of the Guyana Police Force dies in fatal accident. Police in Regional Division 4C are investigating a fatal incident that occurred earlier this morning, Sunday, April 27, 2025, at approximately 1:20 HRS, resulting in the death of Deputy Superintendent Dexter Brown of the Guyana Police Force. The 37-year-old officer, who resided at Toucan Drive, South Ruimveldt Gardens, Georgetown, was reportedly driving motorcar PAG 6458 at the time of the incident, which took place on Montrose Public Road, East Coast Demerara. The vehicle is owned by a 30-year-old businesswoman from Anns Grove, ECD. Inquiries indicate that Brown was traveling west on Montrose Public Road, allegedly at a high speed, when he lost control of the vehicle and collided with a concrete bridge. As a result of the collision, the car flipped and ended up submerged in a trench at the side of the road. With the assistance of public-spirited citizens, police were able to rescue Brown from the submerged vehicle, where he was found unconscious. He was transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, where he was examined by a doctor and pronounced dead. The vehicle has since been removed and taken to the Sparendam Police Station for examination by a licensing and certifying officer. Brown's body is currently at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation mortuary, awaiting a post-mortem examination. Further investigations are ongoing. Lorry driver dies in cotton tree crash. Newsroom reports. A tragic accident on Saturday evening has claimed the life of O'Neill Adrian, a 65-year-old resident of Woodley Park Village, following a lorry crash along the Cotton Tree Public Road. The fatal collision occurred around 5:40 p.m. when Adrian, driving a motor lorry with registration number GLL 1539, reportedly lost control while navigating a right-hand bend. The lorry veered off the road and crashed into a concrete fence on the southern side of the carriageway. According to police from Regional Division No. 5, Adrian was pinned inside the wreckage. Quick-thinking members of the public rushed to his aid, managing to extricate him from the mangled vehicle. He was immediately transported to Fort Wellington Public Hospital but was tragically pronounced dead upon arrival. Adrian's body has since been transferred to Bailey's funeral home, where a post-mortem examination is pending. Quarantine laborer found dead in canal. The news desk reports, a quarantine laborer was discovered dead in a canal at Bloomfield, Quarantine, earlier today by a passerby. The deceased has been identified as 41-year-old Sachin Sanichar, who resided with his wife at Lot 38, Letter Kenny Village, Quarantine. According to his uncle, 76-year-old Chandrasekhar Sanichar, he received news of his nephew's body being found just after 7 a.m. However, due to illness, he was unable to visit the scene. Other relatives who went to the location have not yet fully briefed him on what they observed. Chandrasekhar told the media that Sachin would occasionally consume alcohol on days when he was not working. He last saw his nephew alive on Friday. Describing Sachin as a well-known and peaceful individual in the community, Chandrasekhar said the family is now awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination to determine the cause of death. Seventh-day Adventists condemn murder of Adriana Young. Kaider News. The Guyana Conference of Seventh-day Adventists expresses heartfelt condolences to the family, relatives, and community mourning the tragic loss of Adriana Young, who was murdered at the Doubleday Hotel. We extend our deep empathy for the pain and anger her loved ones are experiencing since her death was confirmed on April 24, 2025. Our members stand in solidarity with the family, ready to provide support during this difficult time. Statement from P.R. Exton Clark, President of the Guyana Conference of Este. As an organization, we strongly condemn the perpetrators of this heinous crime and reaffirm our belief in the sanctity of life. Every human being, regardless of color, class, creed, or culture, is valued in the eyes of God. Adriana's tragic death highlights a disturbing trend in which God's precious children in Guyana are being lost to violence. This situation calls for a robust response from the government and law enforcement agencies to ensure justice is served. We continue to pray for truth to prevail in Adriana's case, hoping this moment marks a turning point for our nation, a time when we can be recognized as a beacon of morality, dignity, integrity, transparency, and truth. As APJ Abdul Kalam wisely stated, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. While order may feel distant now, let us strive together to end the violence plaguing our country. Acts of brutality like Adriana's murder must be eradicated, and the value of life must be ingrained in our national consciousness. Our government must enact this principle, every church, temple, and mandir must promote it, every household must embrace it, and every Guyanese must endorse it. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 6 verse 16 that God despises hands that shed innocent blood. We can only honor God by building a united and prosperous nation, rejecting what he detests. As we mourn Adriana, let us hold on to the hope that one day God will eradicate sin and its consequences. May we strive for the justice her murder demands, and in the meantime, let the words of Psalm 30 verse 5 comfort us. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Submitted by P.R. Exton Clark, President, for and on behalf of the Guyana Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Edgehill issues final warning to truckers and heavy-duty equipment owners. Newsroom: truckers and heavy-duty equipment operators have been issued a stern warning to remove their vehicles from roadways, particularly from green spaces and recreational areas in Georgetown, or risk confiscation. During an inspection of infrastructural projects across Georgetown, Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Edgehill, emphasized the urgency of the matter. He stated, "For the last time, all owners of heavy-duty equipment, caravans, trucks, haulers, and any vehicles obstructing the carriageway have until Monday afternoon to remove them. If not, the ministry will confiscate and remove them." At Station and Owen Streets in Kitty, Edgehill noted the improvements made along the railway embankment, including the construction of a new play area for children. However, he pointed out that trucks and heavy-duty vehicles are obstructing the carriageway, creating hazards and unsafe conditions. The Lamaha embankment, now transformed into a green space for families, is also facing similar issues, with individuals operating a mechanic shop in the corridor. Minister Edgehill reiterated the need for immediate action. "We have made efforts to locate the owners. The owners of these trucks must remove them immediately and cease all mechanical work and repairs on this embankment." He further warned that the same regulations will apply to all businesses and small operators. "We will not tolerate the misuse of these spaces, which are meant for the benefit of families and children." The minister's firm stance underscores the commitment to maintaining safe and accessible recreational areas for the community. GPA President among Commonwealth observers of Trinidad and Tobago elections. By news source Guyana. Nazima Ragubir, President of the Guyana Press Association, is part of the Commonwealth Observer mission currently in Trinidad and Tobago for the general elections scheduled for Monday. The Commonwealth has highlighted Ms. Ragubir's extensive experience in media, noting that she joins a team of 6 observers led by Everest Bartolo, the former Foreign Affairs Minister of Malta. This mission aims to assess the credibility, transparency, and inclusivity of the elections. The observers bring expertise in electoral management, law, human rights, and media, evaluating the electoral process and the country's adherence to its own standards alongside international and Commonwealth values. Since their arrival last week, the group has engaged with various stakeholders, including political parties, independent candidates, police, civil society organizations, media representatives, regional observers, and the diplomatic community. The observer group's mandate, based on the Commonwealth's revised guidelines for election observation, includes evaluating the pre-election environment, polling day activities, and the post-election period. The team has been divided into smaller groups deployed across the country to observe electoral preparations and meet local stakeholders. On election day, they will monitor the opening, voting, closing, counting, and results management processes. A preliminary statement will be issued on April 29th, followed by a comprehensive final report to be submitted to Commonwealth Secretary-General Shirley Iorker Botchway. This year marks the 100th anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago's first elections. Through its electoral support, the Commonwealth aims to strengthen electoral democracy and enhance the management of elections and related institutions. Standing together in grief, the Ministry of Education provides support following the death of Adriana Young. The Ministry of Education again extends heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and community of 11-year-old Adriana Young. We mourn alongside them during this period of unimaginable loss and continue to offer our deepest sympathies as we navigate this most difficult time. To support the pupils and staff at Parika Primary School where Adriana was a pupil, the ministry has organized a special intervention. On Monday, April 28, 2025, a specialized team from the ministry's school support services will visit the school to provide trauma counseling with a strong focus on grief support. This intervention will be led by Ms. Ann Green, former head of the Child Care and Protection Agency, who brings a wealth of experience in child protection, emotional care, and grief and trauma counseling. The sessions will aim to provide pupils, teachers, and staff with a safe space to process their emotions, receive professional support, and begin the journey toward healing. The ministry remains committed to prioritizing the mental health and well-being of all affected and will continue to monitor and provide support as necessary in the weeks ahead. We stand in solidarity with Adriana's family, the staff, and pupils of Parika Primary School. The Ministry of Education remains dedicated to offering comfort, compassion, and care during this time of grief. May her soul rest in peace.